It's become that, my little buddy, so that I'm not ever alone.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I know.
I don't like it now that I said it. I mean, if I called it my tool in my toolbox, I can externalize it that way, and then I'm in charge of it versus it's something I need to not feel alone.
Right. Ooh.
My Inner Knowing, empowering you to find your compass for the journey. We are dedicated to supporting you to rediscover and trust your natural ability to navigate life each day by sharing insight and experience through the lens of two professional communicators and their guests. We intend to prompt internal inquiry that supports all those willing to explore a unique path.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So today
Glad to be here.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking forward to the conversation and everything that we're going to share. So we're going to start with the phone experiment. For those who maybe did not hear that episode, 5 or 6 weeks ago, Walker and I, on a podcast episode, decided to do an experiment by not having our phones in the bedroom. And Walker shared that thinking about it made him anxious. And
it did.
Yeah. So
anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So we have been leaving our phones in the living room. They were with us in Oregon, next to our bedside, just because we don't have a place to put them yet that's even close so that we could hear alarms go off. But we'll have that figured out in the next month or so.
Yeah.
So
we were in a different space too, because we were running the retreat and
yeah.
I don't know. It didn't have to be different, but for whatever reason, we just went right back to it.
Yeah, convenience.
And with it there, I went back to looking at it. So anyway.
Well, what's been your process over the last 5 or 6 weeks?
It was hard at first.
Yeah. What did you notice?
Just wanting it.
Okay.
But without it, I mean, I've gotten used to just leaving it in the other room, and I don't worry about waking up on time or anything else. Your alarm is plenty loud, and I'm usually awake anyway. So no, I know that I sleep better.
Okay. Tell us more.
Well, I think it's a combination of not doing the doom scrolling right before I fall asleep. It gives me space to practice gratitude, which is usually what I fall asleep doing, and it's quick.
Nice.
And I've noticed that I'm not waking up as many times a night.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I don't know, is that a radio? Is it radio frequency? Whatever it is these days, but electronic frequency? Is it just not having activated my brain in those ugly ways before going to sleep? Is it not being able to roll over and tap the phone just to see if there's any messages? Or I think it's mostly that, probably. Not that I get messages at night, but I don't know. We expect. That's part of the whole thing, right?
Some notification.
We're hooked. Something.
Right.
And there's, with my glasses off, I cannot see the new clock because we got a daylight clock so we could see the time, but without my glasses on, I can't see it. So I don't worry about it. If I get up and have to go to the bathroom, I may or I may not look. I guess I usually do because I'm wondering how much more time I've got before it's time to wake up. So anyway, what I would say overall is it was difficult at first, and it was certainly easy when we went to Oregon to fall right back into it.
Yeah.
And it takes away space that we spend snuggling or talking a little bit when the phone is there. It's just so easy to, this is my me time. when you got your phone. It's your little buddy. That's really not. Anyway, that's been my experience. So I think overall it's been a really good thing. And I think we should continue. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I saw your phone in the bed this morning. And I was like, what is going on? When did you sneak that thing in?
Yeah. Yep. When I got up to go to the bathroom.
Why'd you bring it in?
Good question. You were in the bathroom off the kitchen, and I got up to go to the bathroom. And then I think I brought it in because I knew I had to get up early today to go get blood work done. And I was like, it'll give me 15 more minutes without having to get up out of bed. Because I'll have to go turn the alarm off.
But you didn't look at it at all, did you? You just used it for the alarm. I'm being facetious.
Oh,
joking.
No, I thought you were being serious. No, I think I looked at it, but only for a moment. I was tired.
Because it was on the bed, not on the bedside table or something like that. But anyway, tell me, I just was teasing mostly. But also it's interesting that, well, why would you pick it up? And, but so you don't have to snooze the alarm makes a lot of sense. It would be easy for me if I swung by my phone. And I was swinging by it sometimes at night, out in the living room, I would swing by. And I'm really trying not to do that. And I really haven't. I started because I got a shorter cord. I've been putting it in the dog toy basket that's behind my chair still, or cat toy, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And that helps. So it's not even sitting up where it's easy to just, walk over and.
Yeah.
So, but what's been your experience without it on the bedside?
Well, I would say at first, for sure, it was just unfamiliar. Getting settled into bed in a particular way. It just, changing pattern is really what it was initially. And then once the pattern was there, then I think I became more aware of, like, how long did it take me to get settled in and fall asleep? Not long, actually. Not long at all. So that was interesting too. So I don't know what the difference was. I just was thinking that it would take me longer because normally, I'd be working or we'd be having conversation, we'd get in bed, we'd both scroll, show each other silly videos, and then go to sleep. So I thought, well, it may take me as long to wind it down. And it didn't. So that was nice. I would say I think you sleep better too. I mean, I sleep overall pretty good now at this point in my life. I may get up to go to the bathroom once, but not always.
Lucky you.
Thank you. Yeah. So I think I like it not being in there for sure. I like, not every night do I come in and get in bed, and once you get in, I put my head on your chest, but a number of times, and it's been really nice.
A lot more.
Yeah.
No, I would definitely say we've been snuggling more, whether it's that or just spooning or whatever. But and then we fall asleep. And with the phone in there, this is my experience. We would be up late. We go to sleep at 9:30, but it might be 11 o'clock because you just get lost in scroll land. I know last week it seemed like we were up working pretty late several nights, but typically, what I know is once we get in without the phones, I'm asleep in seconds mostly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been really nice.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Good experiment. I'm glad we did it.
A new way of being, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not something we need. And I don't think it's healthy.
It's a distraction. There was the way you said it a few minutes ago was really interesting.
Yeah.
When you called it my little buddy.
Yeah.
And I thought, what an interesting.
Who's not?
Huh?
I said, who's not?
Who's not? Right,
Yeah.
right. Your little buddy who's not. But yeah, it's so interesting, the false sense of feeling like we're not alone. Yeah. Anyway, the my little buddy thing was like startling to my awareness, like fascinating.
Yeah. It's almost like, I mean, what's occurring to me is like Faustian,
Tell me more.
It's I call it my little buddy who's not, but it's like my little buddy who wants to tell me a secret, and, and then I'm doing what we do when we scroll, reading doom or whatever it is, biased, news.
Yeah.
Or MMA fighting, or whatever pops up on my YouTube feed, for example, whatever we may have been talking about throughout the day, right?
Right.
And a lot of times it's just not helpful.
Yeah.
Because what sells and what catches our attention is a lot of times not what's helpful. It's interesting because we just had a guest where we talked about needing until we don't, or decide that we don't need it, to have villains and victims. And it struck me as we were having that conversation that so much of what catches my attention on my feed is villain and victim. I told you it was a big day with that interview. Yeah.
Yeah, you did say it was a big day.
But a lot of the advertising for like the fighters is, dirty rat gets payback. So you want to see the guy get knocked out or whatever it may be. And that's just one example. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's interesting.
Faustian.
Okay, so tell me what the Faustian piece is.
Oh, it's like the devil whispering sweet nothings in your ear about, I can help you, and this is something that's good for you. You like it, it's entertaining, helps you settle down, a little arm around your back. And I know I'm putting it in big existential dramatic terms, but it's true to some degree for me anyway. And then it's not helpful.
Yeah.
Because there's a Louise Hay meditation, which is like, for heaven's sake, and she's talking about reading the newspaper before bed. Don't put all of that in your head before you go to sleep. And this is, newspaper on steroids to the nth degree.
Yeah.
Designed to keep you watching.
Do you know where the Faustian term came from?
I was reading, I wanted to, you really want to know?
I do,
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's okay.
Mark Twain wrote a short story in like the late 1800s. And it was like what is it? The Beautiful Stranger or something like that. And I had read it, and it struck me that I wondered if it was just, he was taking it off the classic Faust story.
Okay.
And the answer was no. I mean, there were certain themes alongside of it, but it's basically being walked down the primrose path by some malevolent force, whether you want to call it the devil or Faust or whatever.
Fascinating.
Yeah. So that's, I wondered that. But I was also researching Will Rogers. And you probably don't know who he is.
I do.
Do you? Oh, well, I grew up in Oklahoma, and so Will Rogers from Oklahoma. And
No, he seemed like a very sweet man.
he was a fascinating man, and so was Mark Twain, both not educated men, but both
Wise.
wise and insightful into the human condition, and extremely well-read.
Interesting.
Or well-spoken. And Will Rogers' humor is fascinating. It's very periodic, right? Because he was a cowboy.
Yeah.
He literally was in a different time, but he uses satire to make a lot of political commentary that is unexpected, and commentary about, human beings.
Fascinating.
Yeah. He had a saying that I've thought about a lot, and we're getting far aside,
okay,
but that's
it's okay.
where Faust came from, because
Yeah.
I looked at Will Rogers, and then I was like, hey, was he influenced by Mark Twain? I wondered. And so then I remember the story that Mark Twain told. But in any event, Will Rogers' quote is, I never met a man I didn't like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm guessing he had a definition of a man.
Right.
Right.
Right. Right. Yeah. He could see the humanness.
Right.
Right. Understanding we all have a story
Yeah.
on how we got here. And it makes sense in context.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Yeah. So going back to the phone, yeah, I think it would be an interesting way to reclassify it, to make it more externalized. Like, this isn't my cell phone, it's my little buddy. I think it gives us more choice on what we do with it, interestingly enough.
Yeah, and I guess it just occurred to me, I don't want to be not labeling technology or phones as evil, but I think in certain contexts, they can certainly be not helpful.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it does, because it's what do you call it, catering to your, what you look at long enough. It's just timing how long you look, and then you get more of that, or what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that's particularly helpful unless you are wanting to pursue information versus being in a semi-sleep state,
Right.
as we talked about when we decided we were setting those aside.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Our discerning mind is not operative.
right. So let me be clear. That is exactly what I meant.
Oh,
If you chose to externalize your phone instead of it just being my phone, if you started calling your phone my little buddy, then you can ask yourself, and I know this sounds silly, but it's become such a part of a lot of people's lives,
Sure.
right? And mine is very helpful in a lot of ways. My feed is very helpful in a lot of ways. But could I also say, do I need my little buddy right now? Right? Do I need my little buddy to go to the bathroom? Do I need my little buddy to go to bed? Do I need my little buddy, whatever? I don't know. I think sometimes we just need a different way of seeing something or calling something. You know, we all have different brains, and the way that we grasp hold of something is different. And so when you said that, my little buddy, my brain went, fascinating. Because in so many ways, it is that. It's become that, my little buddy, so that I'm not ever alone.
yeah. I don't like it.
I know.
I don't like it now that I said it. I mean, if I called it my tool in my toolbox, I can externalize it that way, and then I'm in charge of it versus it's something I need to not feel alone.
Right. Ooh.
We both have our phones in the room right now, so we're
Right.
going to be getting, this onslaught of, no, you need your phone videos. Tragedy strikes, phone not on bed table, right?
Anyway,
Yeah.
Fascinating. Who knew that conversation was
I
going to
don't
go
know,
that direction?
for heaven's sake.
Okay.
What's next?
So what's next? So we will continue the phone. And I don't know that we would call it an experiment anymore. I think we've just made a choice.
Phone experience.
Yeah, the phone experience. Yeah. Yeah, we like it, even though it was an adjustment for us, both practically and mentally and somewhat emotionally as well.
Yeah.
And then the physiological part of we actually both sleep better. Yeah. So yay.
Yeah.
During the holidays, are there times that you want to chuck a loved one out a window?
Sadly, yes.
If so, we think that it would benefit you to check out our Healthier Relationships course.
If you or a loved one have anxiety or even fear going into the holidays with the interaction with family members or others, that it may be problematic. We really think this course, which we put a lot of work into at My Inner Knowing, could be helpful for you in becoming less reactive and more intentional and help you set some boundaries going forward in your relationship.
We hope you'll give it a try.
And we're offering 25% off for this holiday season. So gift it to yourself or gift it to a loved one.
Yeah, we hope you'll join us. So the next thing that we wanted to talk about is in 2026.
Yes. It's exciting.
It is exciting. We are, we're not saying we're not ever going to have a guest on again to talk about their experience of My Inner Knowing, but what Walker and I are seeking, and initially we are looking for people who are local that can come in studio with us and have a conversation with us around a topic that they feel like they could use brainstorming around. And so
Coaching.
there might be some assumption that it has to be like an emotional topic. It doesn't have to be. It could be, a passion project or, a family something. I mean, but really it is brainstorming. It is Walker and I holding space, curious space with that person from the different ways that we ask questions. And, ultimately, the hope is that we're modeling how you can be curious with someone when they come to you and support them around something that's important to them. That if there are, because we don't always have all the information we need, that maybe there are ideas that Walker and I have that we could offer. But ultimately, what we want is also to demonstrate with that person and for anybody that's listening, ways that you can find your inner knowing. That there probably will be plenty of guests who at least on some level know the answer to their situation, but maybe they're not clear about it. Maybe they're afraid. Maybe they don't even know they're afraid. And we just want to walk with people through that process. So what do you want to share about it?
Well, I was thinking between us, we have 111 years of experience. And we're both professionals.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot. We've done a lot. It doesn't mean that we know everything or we're the, ultimate experts, but I think we are very good communicators. We're trained in that in our own respective ways. And we're very curious human beings with some different outlooks and who've been really working hard on our inner knowing before we started the podcast, but especially since over the last, we're coming up on 2 years, right?
Yeah, 2 years in January.
Yeah. So anyway, we think that it might be fascinating, extremely helpful for the person who wants to do it with us, and fascinating for all of our viewers to learn, to see those interactions and see us work through some issues, right?
Yeah. I feel like the people that listen to us regularly know, and the people that, go on retreat with us or do classes with us know that our main goal is to help you find more freedom.
Right.
And in the ways that work best for you and ways that you can sustain them. And so for us, it's just an exciting way for us to be in conversation with people to help and support that individual person, walk through that process, but also, again, ultimately helping spark ideas or interest or aha moments in people that are listening. So for us, it's something we're very excited about. Yeah. And I think we hold nice space for people.
We do.
And so our hope is that feels good too, you
Yeah.
know, because what I know, like even yesterday we did a journey into the gray, which is a group process that I facilitate quarterly for mental health professionals. And, you know, the common theme amongst each person as they were sharing yesterday is that, like, this is a place that I can come where I know that I can share, and people are holding that space for me. And Walker and I want that for everyone. And we know we can't give it to everyone, but hopefully in the process of these experiences, these brainstorm experiences with people, that people have that experience too, even if they're just listening. So anyway, so we wanted to share that.
Yeah, we'll be making that offering more formally and tell you how to get in touch with us to do it. But we've got a lot more coming too. What else are we doing?
Yeah. We did want to say, if you already have something in mind, reach out to us through the website, themyinnernowing.com. Just send us a message, and we'll just start collecting that information. And then what else is coming? Oh, more retreats next year. So April, July, September, and November. And I don't have my calendar in front of me, and I didn't write it down, so I had it today. And we will hopefully have stuff up on the website in the next few weeks. But I think the dates are exactly the same as they were last month in Oregon. So I think it's like April 22nd through 27th, like flying in on the 22nd, flying out the 27th. I think it's the same days in July 22nd through 27th, again, flying in the 22nd and out the 27th. And then September, I don't think it's quite the same day. I think maybe the 23rd through the 28th or something. And then our hope is that in November, so those 3 retreats will be in Oregon. And the one in April is going to be about subtle energy. And it's really like teaching the practical parts of like our energetic body and the energetic body of other people. How can we maintain our own energy? How do we understand and navigate the energy of others and the impact that can have on us? And so I know that I wish I had this tool with me that I use in session. I know we don't think of the body physiologically as energetic. And I think we can think of the energy body as being like woo-woo or alternative, and it isn't at all. We are a salt battery. If we do not have salt or water, we do not function. We don't work. Our body doesn't work. And so really trying to help people understand how important it is that we care for our body in order for it to work like it's designed to work. And so it'll be a really fully encompassed retreat around understanding that, both, you know, practically the foods we eat, the foods you and I cook and serve for everyone, but also a lot of experiential practices that you can use to understand and experience that.
Yeah.
And then July and September will be versions of the Unfolding into the Forest that we did last month. Different, but still that deeper experience with nature and ourselves. And then we're thinking about what November in Sedona looks like.
Yeah.
So what do you want to share about those things?
Yeah. For those of you who don't know about our retreats, you can find them, the ones that we've had recently, on our website, myinnernowing.com. And we have built we didn't build it out. It's a home, but we've turned it into a retreat center on the Oregon coast. So it's on a sand dune lake about 3 miles inland from the central Pacific coast of Oregon. And The trees are magnificent.
The water is magnificent.
The coastal rainforest is just amazing. The forest and the lake we're on is spring fed. So you can see down to the sand bottom. It's a natural lake. And then there's 5-story sand dunes just to our west in Dunes National Park. And there is just so much of the wonder of nature and the energy of the Pacific Northwest is, if you haven't been, you need to join us or go on your own, because it is just astounding. So Oregon is a vast state, and it is very geographically diverse. Where we are, the mountains are coming down to the ocean. And so the temperature is usually within a 10-degree range. It's pretty temperate. I mean, it's on the cooler side, kind of like north central England is what I would compare it to. And it's just such the energy piece is such a wonderful addition to the work that we do with people, and the adventure piece, because there are multiple in this area. It just happens to be some of the best portions of the wonders of the Oregon coast, things that you can see. And so we do outings into the forest, out to the coast, along the mountain ridges and all those things. And so it's just been, I'm so excited to share it with people because we love it. And everybody who went on this most recent retreat is just like, when are we doing this again? And I guess another part that's really important to me is the way we managed this retreat, having it be a little bit longer, and just the way it put together, it created community. And we always create community in a retreat. But for some reason, the Oregon experience is even better.
Yeah, different.
And
something.
Yeah, there's something different about it. And it may be because everybody's traveling to the same place. And then we did, in this particular one, we got a passenger van and hauled everybody together. So we were all together. But then there was space to have individual time. People went out on kayaks alone, and people went on walks alone through the Hobbit forest right next to the retreat center. We call it Sea Forest Sanctuary. So in any event, for all those reasons and many, many more, we are so excited to be able to make this offering to people. It's what we love to do.
It is.
People feel loved and cared for, and they connect. And we're just so missing with everything we have with our phones and work and the polarization of society, all those things. But we had some pretty diverse people that set that crap aside and were able to, because we eat meals together, and we had 2 separate tables and people intermixed. But having the group meals that we've prepared, and it's just
really nice.
It's an opportunity to have, I don't know, it's home in a way to me. This family piece kind of comes in, and it's just really, really lovely, babe. And it's just you could tell I'm just so grateful. To be able to experience it with you and with anybody who decides that they want to come. And it's a little bit limited as far as the numbers of people that we can have.
10 at a time.
10 at a time is pretty much our max right now. It may expand a little bit. But 10 is pretty good because it keeps it that we can give attention to everybody that comes. And it's not so many people that people don't get to interact and know each other better. So it's just really lovely. And it's easy to get to know people in such a incredibly welcoming environment that we provide, but also such a welcoming environment that nature provides too.
Absolutely.
The healing power of that place.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's excited.
Yep. An hour later, he's finished talking about how great it is, because it is. Anyway, please check it out, because we're going to do many more next year. And who knows what the future holds as far as those.
Yeah. And then locally, we're hoping to do the no small talk dinners where people can come. We're just working on all the details, where people can come and just step into deep conversation and have a really nice meal. And then probably some nature-focused events too at the land, and some book. I don't know if you want to call it a book club, but, maybe a few times a year that we, work through a particular book topic where we can just have conversation together about it, just continuing to explore other people's perspectives and interpretations of the same source. So, yeah.
Agreed. And just for example, we did the Untethered Soul during COVID with several people, but this will be a little bit different through my inner knowing, but it's still, we think it's going to be a great experience, a great offering, and a way to experience community with people that they're not the same, but there's a similar interest, at least, to engage around a book.
Right.
And in that process, we're doing what we do, which is model relationship and help people with issues that come up and provide community. There's a whole lot more. What else would you describe from that?
It was interesting when you were talking earlier about the meals, like on retreat, and feeling like it's family. And, what I was thinking was maybe not like the family most of us grew up in.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, we can get into roles in our family. We get into roles in our family. And what I feel like when I look back at the retreat is how much effort I feel like people put into not being in a role. Like they were trying to negotiate themselves outside of a role, right? I mean, different people sitting in different spots and having conversation with different people, and, just even exploring, the different meals that we prepared, and just listening to all the conversations. It was just really nice. And so anyway, that's what I was thinking about it. And even just watching people play when they were playing, was really, really nice. You know?
And I think, we mix in the experiential exercises, and I think that helps put people in a mindset of being curious with themselves, and that leads to more curiosity and different types of conversation and the ability to put down roles. When you're especially sitting across the table or next to somebody during a meal. And I know that kind of happens at other retreats that we've been to, but I don't know, we just provide a really personal experience, and I think it helps set the stage for that to coalesce. Yeah. Right?
I would say I think in the retreat industry, they call what we offer high-touch retreats, which just means that you and I as facilitators are available throughout the person's experience.
Right.
We're not just there for 5 or 6 hours a day and then we disappear, and come back the next day. We are with people on the journey. And so it is a different experience. It's interesting because the other thing that came to mind when you were sharing was, we don't have alcohol at our retreats.
Right.
So we have other nice drinks, but we do not have alcohol. And this just from my own growing up, when people are playing, no one's getting upset and throwing the game board across the room, right? Or mad because they lost, People are putting effort into figuring out how to be in healthy relationship with other people, whether they're sharing a room together and, maybe they've met before, maybe they haven't met before, but like negotiating the unknown. And I think it's lovely to watch in a pretty contained, safe way, so that we can build more, confidence and competence and just learning to be brave. That's what we really are wanting people to learn, the freedom, and you got this.
It struck me. I'm going to go back to the natural wonder of the space, the energy of that,
yeah.
with the mountains and the sea right there, and all of it. But there was a hike that we went on where we climb a ridge up from a lighthouse that's out on a point, and you're up above the ocean, then across the ridge, and it's challenging enough. But in any event, we ended up getting close to sundown, and then it ends at a beach, and we walk through this tunnel that they've cut through whatever the plants are that the coastal vegetation, but they're heavy bushes really. And so when we walked out through that, it's just, there's so many experiences like this at our retreat center, and it was just absolutely stunning. And I've seen it before, many, many times. But you walk through that, come out of the tunnel, and there's red and orange across the sky, and the beach is huge, and it's reflecting. And so, you see people reflecting in there, and everybody's doing their thing. And what I think is helpful about that whole experience, and it's not just that, it was the whole hike itself. There were these enormous, 250-year-old trees, and these beings that are from other ages. And it's just, the ocean is primeval and full of all this life. And it provides us a space to really get in touch with the wonder that we knew as children.
Oh, yeah.
And when everybody was on that beach, it's probably where I saw it the most, climbing up the hill. I mean, that was a precursor to that experience. But when you see the other amazing, things there are to see there, it's still, you are filled. When you see literally a 250, 300-year-old tree that's, how tall is the giant spruce, the Sitka spruce?
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember. It's just
tall.
Enormous. And it's been there for generations, lifetimes of people.
Yeah.
And you cannot help but be put into this space where you can, drop the act.
Yeah.
You don't need it.
Right.
And so that's part of why I'm so excited about it and why I love it there, because that helps us do our other work.
Yes,
Whew.
it does.
So, and what's coming to mind is I read a book way back when I got out of college called Taming Your Gremlin. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I don't think so.
But it was by a psychologist or psychiatrist. Anyway, the gremlin is the little voice that sits on, it's on your shoulder that's telling you you're not enough and you're not worthy and all those things. But one of the things it says, I think it was the subtitle of the book, but it could have been just a saying inside the book. It was surrender your pact. It could have been a chapter. Surrender your pact to keep your act intact. And that kept coming to mind while we're talking about this. But I do think that, we do great work. Man, the nature just fills in the rest. Whew.
Yeah. He's very excited. I am too. I am too. No, it's spectacular. It really, truly is. So. As we enter this holiday season, right?
Yes.
Right.
How's your uncle doing, by the way? I want to chuck my uncle out a window.
Oh. I think I said relative on the video.
Oh, well, okay. Spoiler alert.
That's right. Yeah. On some reels that we did
recently.
For our course, I said, when you want to chuck a relative out a window.
Yes, and I burst out laughing.
Yeah. I think it's important for us to spend some time. I mean, I know we have Thanksgiving that's right around the corner, and then, or will have passed actually by the time this episode comes, but Christmas will not have happened yet, and New Year's.
And all the other holidays. Yeah.
Yes, all the other
Hanukkah.
holidays. I was going to say Yom Kippur. Kwanzaa. I don't know. I don't have in front of me the calendar of all the holidays that happen between mid-November and mid-January. But all of those holidays where we traditionally, come together as a family. And for some families, they see each other more regularly. Some families do not see each other more regularly. And so this may be the one time of year that they see family. And oftentimes there is a sense of responsibility or obligation that comes, an expectation from family members. And so what I'm thinking about is, like, how do we prepare ourselves for that, for those experiences? Like, what do you do to prepare yourself, to hold on to yourself around your family?
Well, I'm looking forward to it, number one. I don't... the people that would have caused the most anxiety have passed away for me. I think I recognize that if I need space, if I start feeling like a little kid, it's time to take a break.
Yeah.
I really think that is an important part for me. And I will go and just, wander off to my room and have some quiet time sometimes. But I think, when we did an episode on your falling back into your family roles, and that will be more, in the front of my mind as we're approaching this Thanksgiving. And not in a really bad way, but just to observe and see what happens. And what I want to do is, if it isn't feeling good, checking in with my body. How's that landing? Am I getting that spot?
Your spot that that can get activated.
Sure, where I feel anxiety or the bad stuff, right? And so if that is doing its thing, then I will have feedback that I can work with. And it may be boundaries. Maybe boundaries on the spot, not in a big dramatic way, but in simple ways.
Yeah.
One boundary may just be disengaging and, I'm not doing this. I love you so much, but I'm not doing this. And I'm going to go take a break now. If I need to do something like that, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll play it as it comes. But what I feel is more prepared to pay attention and take care of myself in that process.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your recommendation?
Well, really quick, how do you think you got permission to change how you interact with your family?
Choice.
Tell us more.
I don't need anyone's permission. That's part of the issue, right? Yeah. I think it's a function of working on myself, meditating, therapy, and age too. Although age doesn't mean that you're changing.
No.
Sometimes people are just the same, and fall back into the same complete, unhealthy patterns, or continue to, some people have anxiety because it will be abusive, whatever goes on. People say passive aggressive or overtly aggressive things in family to make sure you stay in your place.
Yeah,
right?
Lots of shame.
And for me, I don't think that I have that, but what I know is that I have choice.
Yeah.
And having practiced, and it's not always perfect. I know I can be reactive still, but I think more often than not, pause. Maybe not. More often than I used to, for sure. And that pause is the space to decide, is this, the same old thing that's not feeling good to me? And if I'm in that space, now I have absolute choice. and the power to do it. I don't need someone's permission. And if it happened, and this isn't where we are, but if it happened to blow up, I also have the ability to, I think deal with it as my wise adult better. And also the ability to choose. I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't have to do this.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That maybe that's not the way you would recommend it, but that's what came out today.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine storming out of the house, or not storming, but walking quietly. I'm done. I'm packing up my things. See you guys later. I don't see that happening, but I could do it if need be. But I would want to do it well now.
Yeah.
Versus the old me probably would have stormed off or gone and sulked in my room and then been grumpy and passively aggressive to, get back at whoever did their thing.
Yeah.
That'd be my teenager, right?
I think it could be a lot of different ages.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was thinking when you were sharing was, when we are around our family and those parts of us that come out that are younger, that are not the healthy, joyful, playful parts that can come out, but the insecure, I don't know my place, I'm worried about being abandoned or made fun of or shamed or whatever. Those parts that, can we take a break? Can we go find just a little space? Put our feet on the ground, touch our chest, our heart, whatever. Even though this is familiar, this does not define who I am. I want to have as healthy a relationship as possible. What am I most afraid of? What do I really want right now? And being honest with ourselves, which I think is just so hard, but I want my family to see me, to value me, to respect that I'm my own person, that they aren't or don't need to be threatened by me being different than them.
Or different than you used to be.
Or different than I used to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think it's opportunity too, babe. Right?
To practice, to get more clear.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about conversations with parents and children and all those things. And it is an opportunity to get curious or to express. It's vulnerable and it's risky and it's brave.
And it's brave.
Not to devolve into screaming, but to be honest. That you want relationship. That when this happens or you say that, I feel this.
Yeah.
And it has to, you have to gauge that against who you're dealing with too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I think we know some people have no real interest in being in relationship with us in any other way. But if there's that, it's an opportunity if you think that they want to be there. Anyway.
Right. It's all an experiment.
And knowing that they may not.
And they may not.
And if you decide to go that direction and be vulnerable, and they take advantage of it to attack more or just can't respond in the way that you would like, understanding that you're okay. I'm okay regardless of how they react to my being vulnerable. It does not define me. Right?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah. I think it's impossible to cover every circumstance. And so I think that we just have to do our best to learn to keep reading the room. And if we can look at it as an experiment, maybe we pick a relative that would not be the most difficult relative.
Right.
Maybe we pick a relative that, our relationship isn't really clear, but it's not necessarily adversarial. And, maybe we can be like, I'd like to know more about who you are. Right. And we're learning to create connection and in that, being brave, we feel more capable to set boundaries when those are needed too.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting thought. Just to have even one conversation with one relative this Thanksgiving.
Or Christmas, or any holiday.
Whatever. I'm just saying, because it's coming right up, as we could resolve once. I'm just going to say,
right.
Tell me who you really are. What's your experience?
Yeah.
And mean it, and be curious and follow through and see if you don't learn something new or create a new connection. And because that can be exhausting. That's why I'm saying just one.
Just one. Just one.
Try it out.
Yeah.
I like it.
Good.
And you've been, one of the things that you've talked to me about recently too is to take, a sister and, look them in the eye. Because I love my sisters. I do. And that, that's not where everybody is. So I'm not telling people how to do it, but because I love my sisters and I would like more relationship, look them in the eye and, even if you have to hold their arms, I love you. I love you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that the conversation has to go any deeper than that. If you really, really mean it, it will, most likely. But even if it doesn't.
Yeah. I did that.
I like that idea. Yeah. And?
It wasn't, we were on the beach and we just said, I love you to each other. And then I said, I love you so much. And there wasn't anything more than that.
Yeah. Did there need to be?
No.
Yeah.
No. But I think we think often that there does need to be. But, yeah. So hard. And we make relationships so hard. Yeah. And I understand we are complex beings and we have needs, and I just don't know that we understand ourselves very well. And if we don't understand ourselves very well, we don't understand others very well. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, babe. Another hour has passed. I could talk to you for lifetimes, I think.
Oh, thanks, baby. Me too. I love you.
I love you too. Thanks.
Thank you for joining us today. We are excited to explore life with you. We encourage curiosity, self-growth, and we strive to be more compassionate every day.